Hello, my friends, and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. So, today I'm going to show you again a property for sale here in Guglionesi. Guglionesi is this town in Molise Region, Campobasso Province. So, yesterday video was about a property for sale. The video before I showed where Guglionesi is, the value of the property markets. So I've talked in general about the properties for sale in this town, again in Molise region, Campobasso province. It's a lovely town, not far from the sea, under 20,000 inhabitants, so it's a place where someone could decide to buy a house or to live or even as an investment. And so let me repeat one more time that generally I'm focusing on properties that are under 100,000 euros. So I'm not looking for expensive properties. So I'm just checking the properties that are under this amount and generally that are not in need of renovation. So in today's video I want to show you this property for sale. Now, detached house in Vico Frentani 11, Guglionesi, 60,000 euro, 4 rooms, 120 square meters. So for me, this property is it's an interesting property. So that's why I'm bringing to your attention this property for sale. Now let's investigate a bit before we are having a look at the pictures. Detached house for sale in Vico Frentani, 60,000 euro, 120 square meters, 4 rooms. Now, let's read the description. Delightful rustic house for 120 square meters on 3 floors with a panoramic terrace. So the house is distributed on 3 floors. There is a ground floor, first floor, second floor, and I guess the terrace is on the second floor, but we'll see when we are going to have a look at the pictures. In the heart of the historic center of Guglionesi, in a quiet and sunny area, so these are all good things: terrace, quiet area, sunny house. The house spacious because 120 square meters, it's not a small house. The house consists of a living room kitchen that overlooks a large square, a peaceful, nice, lovely and quiet large square, 3 bedrooms, that's very interesting, 2 bathrooms, an attic, a cellar and a garage. I'd say that the garage here is fantastic because you never have problem with the parking space, because when you are in the historical part, in the old parts of these towns in the south of Italy, it could always be hard to find a parking space. So it depends. It depends. Obviously, when we are going to look for a property for sale, we have to look at many things, and one of the most important things is always uh, the parking space. So, an attic, wow, with a terrace, a cellar as a storage place, as a storage room, and a garage. So, for me, this house has all I need. Then we have to look at the condition, what's the real condition of the house, but we'll see while I'm making the video now. There are characteristic walls, interesting. The period ceramic floors, which I love it. Raw marble stairs and a beautiful antique wooden door. Interesting. This is also a plus. We always have to understand if it needs renovation or not. Anyway, let's see. Basic features: detached house, 120 square meters built, 4 rooms, 2 bathrooms, Second hand, good condition. So it says that it's in a good condition. Orientation north. This has to be a bit investigating. Obviously, orientation north is not always the best, but let's see. Individual heating, natural gas. Alright, so there is heating system, the house is spacious, there is a cellar, there is a garage, there is a terrace, there is an attic, and so let's start having a look at the pictures. So, picture one. There are 16 pictures, there are not many pictures, but we can already have an idea. So, this is the view, probably from the terrace. Lovely view. I have to say that, anyway, you have the feeling that you are breathing. You have air, space. You are not surrounded by houses. In front of you. Then maybe there is another part of the road of the house that has a narrow road. Has to be seen. Anyway, from the view from the terrace is 10 plus. I love it. The view on the square plus the view on the valleys and maybe even the view on the sea, that is even the top. Okay, so for me, this picture is paying the property itself. Okay, so here we are in the dining kitchen area, which is nice. I see it bright. So even if in the description was saying it's facing north, now here the difference is always made by when you go to see the place. Only when we see the place with our own eyes, then we can really judge. Here in the description they might give false information, not correct informations. So information, it's always important to judge with your eyes. Your eyes are the best judge. All right, so we have a floor in a good condition. The kitchen here, I cannot see anything. I see lovely tiles here in the kitchen. The wall, the tiles on the wall. The kitchen is not very old. What else can I say? I'm looking at the frames of the window. Don't look very old, but to change the frames, to put double glazed windows, if they're not, it's partially not, never a huge cost about renovation. You may spend 2, 3, 4,000 euro. It depends how many windows and balcony doors the house overall has. All right, so let's go to the next picture, because here kitchen dining room looks everything in order. All right, so now we start understanding a bit more of the house. So I guess this is the entrance door, which is from a narrow road. Okay, but then again there is another part of the house that is facing the main square, so it's not a problem, this. Then probably this is the access to the cellar. The facade looks good, looks like was repainted not long time ago. I like this type of location anyway. Even in the old villages, narrow roads. I'm sure you've been to Italy before. I'm sure you have visited old towns, and all the old towns have this characteristic to have narrow roads. That we may like it or not, that's another story. I personally like it. Anyway, so then we have nice neighbors' houses, so which is always good. You don't have abandoned houses around you. Okay, so here we are leading, I think, to the second floor, because I don't see any stairs leading to. So now I just go back 1 second. Probably the kitchen living room, the kitchen dining room is on the first floor, and then here we are leading to the second floor. All right, so here we have the master bedroom, which is quite spacious, bright. Floor looks good. I don't know, this kind of sliding door, it's not really the best, but can always be upgraded, has to be seen, you know, always with your eye. It looks like there are two doors. They've, I don't know, it's a bit strange. I cannot really understand perfectly. Overall, the window and the room itself looks everything in order, everything in a good condition. Oh, I love this iron cast bed. Looks similar to the one I have here in my house. I love iron cast beds. Then, okay, so here we have the view not from the narrow street, but from the that is it's facing the square. Okay. So now I start having a better idea of the house itself. Okay, so we have an entrance. So this is the garage because it was saying that there is a garage. Then we have two windows facing the main square, two windows facing the narrow street, plus a little balcony. And then we have the terrace and the attic on the. So let's say we have the entrance on the ground floor. Then there is first floor, second floor. It means the attic is on the third floor. Now, how do they access to the attic? Maybe there is a spiral staircase from one of the bedroom. I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't think they are showing the way to access the terrace, but again, I like the idea to have a terrace. Okay, so this is the terrace. It's a lovely space. Nobody is looking at you. So while you are here, you can. I like when terraces don't have other houses looking at you, over you. So it means you have more privacy, which I always like. All right, so this is the terrace. Okay, here we have a picture of the floor. This is a kind of old style floor, but looks in a good condition and lovely. Okay, probably this is the floor. Now I want to understand if this bedroom is the same bedroom that I see the store vaulted ceiling here. I think it's not a flat. I have to understand. It's not really showing the ceiling, but now let me understand if this bedroom is the same as the other one that we saw before. Now, I'd say it's not because before in the other bedroom I saw one window instead of the balcony and there were plenty of curtains over the window. While here, for example, I see the balcony. So let me go back to the picture of the other bedroom. Okay, so I can say that is another bedroom. So we have two spacious double bedrooms, which is nice. Again, so it's two different rooms. Also because the floor is different. Okay, let's go back to this master bedroom. Now, following picture, again, another picture of the square. This house has the facade that has to be made, but it's not an abandoned house because I saw the window open, so someone is living here, or maybe if it's not living, there is an owner anyway who might come, for example, during the summery months. So here we have a kitchenette. Let's say kitchenette. Also because I see one hob here, a cooking hob, but I also saw another cooking hob in the dining room. So I don't believe there are two kitchens, but probably the space had been arranged like this by the previous owner. All right. So anyway, kitchen, obviously, we saw two pictures. One was the dining room. Probably that was just a piece of furniture in the dining room, and this is the kitchen. But it's interesting. Okay, now here we have a third bedroom, which it looks a bit worse, in a worse condition than the two we saw before. I'd say that here There's no, this is not a leak. Okay, I can see the mold in the corner, but there's no, this is not a leakage. From here, there is a bit of moisture. Probably the house had been closed for a very long time, or maybe for 1 year or two, and they just now opened the windows when they were showing the pictures, when they were taking the pictures. What I like of this room is that its face has two windows or maybe a balcony. It looks like it's a window, anyway, facing two different sides. I love it when you have two windows, not just on one side but on two different walls. This can be used more as a, not necessary as a bedroom. It just need to be repainted here, unless maybe there is a problem. Again, our eyes are judging when we are going to see the place, but I don't see these as major works. A bit of moisture here. I guess for me it's just because it had been closed for a long time, the house. Floor is nothing special in this room, but I don't see it broken. It's a, I think they were saving more. They were trying to save money in this room rather than the other one where they put better floors. We saw that in all the three bedrooms they have three different type of floors, but these are three double bedrooms. So for me they're like three master. But I like the idea anyway to have two windows. Okay, they said in the advertising two bathrooms, if I'm not wrong. Now this bathroom is quite small. I don't know if they're showing, but it looks in order. Anyway, it can be kept even as it is. Um, let's see the floor again. It's not brand new, but it's not even falling apart. Okay, here, this is the entrance of the cellar that we saw from the road, because from the narrow road there was a little door who was giving access. Usually these cellars have few steps to go. Um, it's like a basement. Anyway, they have washing machine here. They use it like a laundry. I see a freezer, so they're also using it anyway as a storage place. I see the boiler, the gas boiler, so there is gas heating. This is the front door. I like it, which is nice. This is a cornucopia. Cornucopia in Italian is a kind of, I don't know, there was a goddess holding the cornucopia, should bring you prosperity. Okay, so these are all the pictures. It's a pity there are no more pictures. Again, here the picture from the terrace is lovely. I want to only have a look to this picture here. This one now that I see from outside, I'd say that this can be one bedroom that had two windows. This is another bedroom with a balcony. Probably there is another bedroom on the ground floor. Kitchen. Then anyway, let me just go back and read how many bathrooms they said in the house. Two bathrooms. Now it's a pity they didn't show the second bathroom. They only show one small bathroom. Again, I'd say that if you are in this area and if you're looking to view for properties in Molise or Abruzzo, I would recommend you to arrange a view to this house, because for me, this house has everything in order. So 60,000 euro for a house that is in a quite good condition, that is only, let me go on Google Maps now. Let me, again, I want to double check how far is Guglionesi from the sea. Now let me put 2D. Let me, okay, so wait a second. So that is Guglionesi. Here we are talking about this area. So we are around 10-15 kilometers from the sea. again, Termoli, not far from Vasto, and other areas. Anyway, there is a lake. Anyway, there are other towns around which are very nice. Petacciato, Montenero di Bisaccia, Palata, Montefalcone nel Sannio, Larino. Anyway, so we are in between Puglia region and Abruzzo region. But Molise is this small region, uh, which in Italy we say Molise doesn't exist, but Molise exists and is beautiful. All right, my friends. So, oh, let me go back 1 second on the street view before I close the video. I wanted to show you. All right, so this is Guglionesi from the aerial view, from the aerial point of view. It's a lovely. So we are in the historical part, in the old part. This we can see it's newer and newer and newer area. They've been developing these towns in between the 60s, the 70s, and in the 80s. Okay, now let's go to this square. Okay. So this is the square where I guess the house is. Okay, so for example, okay, there is this the where we have the entrance of the house. It doesn't look like. I mean, it looks like from the narrow road is facing north, all right, but from this area is facing west, so you might get the sun, for example, all the afternoon, evening here. Obviously, it's always better to have a house facing south, but with the terrace, you can always get light. Anyway, these two rooms are the ones that are getting more light. All right, then anyway, here in the morning, you might have light in the morning in this narrow street, but again, typical old house. Now, there's one more thing I want to have a look with you about this house. We see the facade here is not in a good condition. Let's go back here to see which picture is newer. Was taken later because I saw that the facade wasn't in a bad condition. Now let me understand. I see that also here. Okay, so for sure this picture is newer than the one taken from Google Maps. Here we can see that it's in a worse condition. And also the frames of the windows. Let's have a look. I see there are two frames. One frame was inside, and then there is this external frame. All right. Okay, it looks like they are the same. So they have a kind of double frame. There is this external and one from inside. We call these Veneziane, Persiane, blinds. These are second blinds. All right, so overall, the house, it's not bad. It's not that bad. I think could be an interesting place where to live or even as an investment. All right, my friends, so I hope you have enjoyed this video about this house for sale in Vico Frentani 11, Guglionesi, Campobasso Province, Molise Region for 60,000 euro. And I'll see you here on Italy A Place to Love to my next video. Bye for now. Bye.